this is Savannah Boletto with csc110 Fall 2019 project. These are the designs I've chosen, the patterns, starting with the first one on the left. This is my strategy, main square here, small squares here with the no corners visible. We have our semicircles here, and then our star. And we'll repeat that 4 times, and that's going to be the design there. So starting off, we have our squares here, very straightforward, again, keeping in mind to keep that corner visible, bare. We put that all together, right, the small squares, creating a whole grid of the squares. And now we have our semicircle. So we have our square bases, right? Now we want to make our semicircle, so this will take care of that first semicircle, and this here will create that square shape of all the semicircles together. Now we need to create a row and a grid of that. So we repeat very similar to the square one. We create our row. Using the row as a helper function, we create that whole pattern there. Now our star. So I found it easiest to start with pentagon to gain some bearings on the star, to find the point here, and then I put it all together to create that full star there using both these helper functions. So I'll create the whole star here. This function helps reset the turtle for the star. So we have the star. Now how do we get it to the very center here? So this will take care of that. And we put it all together. So it's moved this first star to the correct position. We need to create a row of that, which we see here, and then we create the whole grid of it. We have the multi-star there, which will finish it off, right? Moving to the correct position, using the helper function to draw these stars. Final design, we put it all together. We have our main square here, we saw we have our semicircle here, we have our multi-small square here, and we have our star, as we see with our little color coding there. Moving on to P26, again we're using this color coding system, main square here, corner circle here, teardrops, which I attributed to it because it is going to be attached, so it's going to be kind of one and the same. So we're going to corner circle, we're going to draw this, we're going to figure out what small circles are, or small teardrops are. We're going to figure out this large teardrop, and then we're going to combine, and these large teardrops will be the same as this, and we'll combine all these together. Then the D loops, the circle, so figuring out those on their own, and then putting them all together, and then putting it all together for the central flower here. So we create the square here, using this very handy little equation here, finding out this first corner circle, right? So that tells me how to do that. Now we create the first teardrop. Now I'm assigning the length of this teardrop size to 5 by 20, so keep that in mind. This is the length of the mini teardrop. So this creates this design here. Now moving on to the next slide for the large teardrop, we need to, because it was sized 5 by 20, we need to get rid of that. So that becomes obsolete, and now we divide by 16, so this will be the length of the larger teardrop. Now this whole equation here draws that corner piece here. So that'll draw this, and then bring it here, and then bring it here. So now we have this piece, we have corner circle, now we need to put this all together here. So here, with 10, it's going to move this forward, that 10th, it's going to turn it right, it's going to create that teardrop using this helper function here, and then it's going to repeat 8 times, right, for a loop there. So forward that little bit, turn it, teardrop forward, and it's going to come to about here, and this right here finishes it off, right? So then we have a complete quarter circle. Putting that all together here, the corner circle, the corner ring with teardrops, and then the 3 teardrops, we have our full 1 corner. Now we need to do that 4 times. This function takes care of that, so that'll do it 4 times in each corner. Now moving on to the D loops. So now in all we need to create 3. So we start with 1, we have our base. Now we also notice that this one's a little shorter than the other 2. So I've gone ahead and created a shorter length D loop, so it'll be that. So now we have our 2 base pieces to create the 4 loop part, or the D loop. And then of course we have our circle here too, which is going to be another base, right? So we have the D loop, we have the circle, and now we need to put it together. So this is going to be the D loop with the circle right in the center there. We're going to do the same thing with the shorter length D loop. So now we have 2 helper functions that have them exactly in the center. We're going to put that together so we can create this one here. So putting that D loop together for loop range, right? So we have 1 loop, 2 loop, both with the circle right in the center. And then using the helper function for the shorter length with the circle in there. We use that there. And we're able to, doing some maneuvering there, put it right in the center there. And then we have the top. The triple circle, using our circle helper function, just the only thing that we have to figure out is exactly where they want to go. We want them to go. So we figured that out. So we have our even distribution of our little circles. And now we need to put that all together. So we put it all together, and then we need to do that 4 times. So we put it all together, and we repeat 4 times. And now we have each side of that. So we have our loop corner, we have our D loops, and now we just need to figure out the flower. So first we just need to figure out the center, keeping in mind the circumference, the diameter of the circle. So we figure that out here, and then with the petals. So again, using that teardrop helper function, again, reassigning it to size, the size being size divided by 16, we're able to create, and turning the turtle 45, we're able to create this wonderful little flower in the center. And here we have the final design for P26. So this will be that final aspect there. Using all our little helper functions here. So we have the main square, we have the full corner design, which goes all the way down here. Then we have our loop and circle final, which is the D loops, right, with the circles. And then we have our center flower here. And those are going to be the 4 aspects that help put this all together. Moving on to P30 here. Again, main square here. We have our hexagon. We're breaking this up, right? We need to split the hexagon into this diamond shape. And then we need to do multiple rows of that. And then we need to do these cross and horizontal lines to finish it off. So starting off with the hexagon and the square, we have our square here, we have our hexagon here. Now, we do want to make sure the point's facing up. So initially, Turtle's going to want to just draw it with the flat side facing up. So this is what this turning left enables, so that it creates this point at the top here. So now that we have our hexagon, we need to create our half. So notice for the pattern here, we have this half here. So this creates the right side, this creates the left side. Now we need to split them up. So using the hexagon function we had before, we maneuver Turtle to split the hexagon into 3s, into these kind of diamond shapes, right? We do the same for the right and the left, and we put it all together. And this is going to give us our first row here. So we have the hexagons, we have the split diamonds in the center, and now we need to move on to that second row there. Now notice there's no half here, there's just 2 full. So next row, this is going to be the second and first row together. So we have the first row there, and then this here is going to be just using our helper function for the diamond and hex. We do that 2 times here. Now we need to figure out this row here. Now this one's pretty straightforward. We have our first and second row right here, and it's just this crisscross here. So it's going to go this, or yeah, this, and then and that's going to be our third row. So that is everything except for we need to find these cross lines, right? So the horizontal lines here and the zigzag lines here, these parallel lines. Horizontal lines, straightforward, back, forth, back, and then the cross lines. So just doing a little math here, we figure out the angle in which we hit these diamond shapes right in the center. So we have our main cross there, and then notice we still have these smaller crosses here. So we figure out that here. So this is going to take care of those smaller lines, and it's going to put it all together here, come across. And there we go. And that is going to be the final for that one. So using that main square, we have our hex rows. Remember, these are going to be all divided into those diamond shapes. We have our horizontal lines, the ones just go across, those cross lines, and smaller cross lines. Now, I could have added these together, but I think that it's fine just like it is here with the P30 final. Now, we move on to the coaster outline. Again, straightforward shapes here. So, dodecagon, there's the triangle here, the hexagon, basic, putting it together. Now, using those helper functions, here we have the full dodecagon outline, and this is where it gets just a little bit more. So we have the range of 3. We need 6 triangles total, but 3 are going to be one color and 3 are going to be the other, and they're going to be interchanging, right? So this is for triangle 1, this is going to be for triangle with one color, and this is for a triangle with another color. Repeat that 3 times, so it'll be 6 total, ending with the hexagon in the center and filling that in. So now we have the basic strategy for putting everything together. So we're going to reset all the turtles. Now keep in mind we drew all the designs, but we need them to be in the correct position to fill that dodecagon. Then we're going to draw the function and move the turtle to the corresponding, the opposite side, right? So after we draw that first, we get it to the correct position, we draw that turtle, and here's that resetting here. I just want to grab, let's grab one of these pictures. So we draw the design here, so resetting the turtle to this area, draw this design, reset the turtle to this area, and draw the design, right? So this is going to be the resetting of those turtles. So we have the P1 turtle start, P30 turtle start, and P26 turtle start. For P1, right, so here we're just making sure all the pen size is what we want. We have that final, so that's going to do that first one, right? Now we need to bring the turtle back to the edge here. It makes it easier to move it, range 7, move it to the opposite side. So this just follows the edge of the dodecagon, right? So this gets the turtle to where we want it. This is a nice little for loop in the range of for 7. It brings it to the opposite side. We move it so that it's in the right position here. We reset this pen size because the stars made it size 1. And then we have that other one. So we're going to have that's going to fill in one poster. Same thing with this. Exact same thing. So we have our main turtle start. We have our final. Moves it to the correct position. Other final. Final. Moves it to correct position. Other final. And now we have our final function. So let's go ahead and run this. Let's pull this up. And here we are. So this is going to be P1. Now we have the alternate with the P1. Now all I did here was I forgot to show with the second code when we did the first one, and then we reset it to this area and do the other one. All I did was invert. So instead of it being first color of background, color of lines, for this one it was color of lines, color of background. So just switch the colors as easily as that. Now we have our other little one right here. It's going to fill it all in, move it to the correct position, reset it here. Again, exact same thing. I just moved the colors for this one here. Instead of it being, blue, red, yellow, or background, line, teardrop. For this one, it's teardrop, background, line, or something along those lines. And same thing with this. Now we have the turtle go around, finish it off, different colors, and we have our center there. And that's our main one. And I'll pull that up real quick here, just so I can explain real quick what I mean by that. For example here. So with the first one, notice it's color of lines, color of background, and then here it's color of background, color line. So I'll just change the colors there. Alright. That is the final one. I think I'm going to change the colors, but you get the idea.